Heartbreaking moment, woman learns she was always a single woman. Even though she had a man, there was a man there. They were doing relationship stuff. However, a title, being claimed, it doesn't matter if you're doing relationship stuff. No, I mean, that's the fun of a situationship, isn't it? It's all the benefits with none or little of the commitment.
I'm so fucking tired of being disappointed by men. I'm so fucking tired of getting hurt. I'm so fucking tired of men lying and then calling it honesty. I'm so tired of men pretending like they want to be in a relationship with you and literally pretend and act like they are in a relationship with you just for them to turn around weeks later and say they don't want a relationship with you. So what the were you doing the entire time? Were we playing pretend? I thought we stopped playing pretend when we turned like 9. Why are we still doing it? Why are you a little boy in a man's body?
Wow, how insulting. However, you were there as well. You were there as well. You had to accept the situation for it to be. I mean, didn't you?
They don't want a relationship with you.
I hope you're focused and on your square. Didn't you? Look, we get it. For as much as it can be seen that men are dogs and men just use women and string women along, some men, I mean, how is it happening unless she's letting it happen? Unless you are letting it happen. Do you know what the interesting thing is about modern dating? That the new standard is situationship. Dating, claiming you're with this person and you and this person are together, you know, especially from a man's perspective, saying, oh yeah, this is my woman. Yeah, that's a higher level.
They don't want a relationship with you.
And it's like people don't want to admit that nowadays, but that is true. Situationships now are what dating used to be, if that makes sense. Because a lot of people are in these, but it's not claimed. Again, it's all the benefit with none of the responsibility. But I mean, in these situations, who's winning and who's losing? You could say both. You could say, oh, men's lack of commitment, whatever, and women's hope to one day be claimed by the man she's around. Yeah, so you could say it's BS from both ends. However, the overall point is, at this moment in time, is situationships are the new standard. To be dating is an upgrade. Yeah. In other words, wasting each other's time is become very normal, hasn't it? But the kicker is when a person doesn't know that it's not real, that it's just a situation, a situationship, when they were hoping for a bigger ship. Yeah, but they got a boat instead.
In a man's body. Why have you not matured yet? Why do I have to be disappointed and feel like a fool every time? I'm so
she felt like a female simp. Some call that a pick-me. Yeah, there are differences, but yeah.
Tired. Because from what I've also learned about guys is that they know right away. They know pretty early on if they see it with you or they don't. And they're not going to waste their fucking time if they don't see it. Right? And I'm not talking about like just keeping you around, kind of breadcrumbing you just to like be able to get into your pants so that, you know, you go out on a night out so that they can text you at 2 a.m. and you come over. I'm just saying, like, I've gone through enough. I've been through enough that
Are you saying that happened to you? I mean, are you saying that happened to you multiple times? Are you saying that happened to you multiple times by multiple men over an extended period of your young adult life? I'm not saying the men doing it to her are bad. But I'm just saying, why is she so accepting of it? Why is she so accepting of it? I mean, what can men sense? What low self-esteem in her? I'm just saying, I'm asking, can they?
They don't want a relationship with you.
Does it radiate from her?
I know the difference. I can usually spot the difference. I'm talking about guys that are coming over, cooking me dinner, hanging out multiple times a week, going on dates, paying for things. I'm meeting their friends. They're meeting my friends. Like, nice. Very much dating, right? So you can do all of the long-term relationshipy things with me, but then turn around and say you don't see the long-term relationship with me. Everyone's like, oh my god, Lindsay, how do you deal with heartache? How do you deal with like getting rejected and getting your feelings hurt? I like don't handle it well, but the more it happens,
I mean, you know, we can kind of tell you don't handle it well. You're doing okay. You are doing okay.
Heartache, getting rejected.
But realizing that you've been strung along in something that you thought was a bit more real. Yeah. Sadly, this is happening to both men and women. Because a lot of women are players nowadays, aren't they? Yeah. You think you found a lovely woman. Nah, bro. You're a side dude.
The better I become at just like letting it go. I used to always turn it around and be like, okay, well, what happened? And why me? And what did I do wrong? And why didn't he like me? Now, There's no rhyme or reason. I've literally learned that it is nothing to do with me. And that's not to say I'm perfect. That's not to say that, like, you know, everyone has to like me. But it doesn't matter, honestly, what they tell me. It doesn't make it any better. So asking them, like, what went wrong, save yourself the time. Save yourself the text message. Save yourself. They're gonna lie. You're never gonna get the real truth. Sucks.
It's okay, relax. Relax.
Rejected.
Take a sip of your... I don't even know what the hell that is. It's probably water. Could be gin, you never know. Don't drink and drive. Don't drink and drive. But I mean, has her situationship led her to drink and drive? Led her to drink? Led her to lose it? To crash out in her car? That you hope she's not going to crash from her drinking and driving? But I mean, has it caused this? Yes. And how often does this happen? How often do women realize, wait a second, I've been with this guy for so long, however much time I've been with him, but yet he's never claimed me. He's never said, yeah, this is my woman. He's never said, damn, it's my girlfriend. Yeah. He's never put a title on her. Yeah. Damn, as a woman, he's never put a title on you. Interesting. Now, again, I'm not saying it's good, but the standard has been set for this to be able to happen. Women have become so liberated, they can just choose what they want to choose now, innit? And that's good. Now, am I saying that some men have manipulated that and have used it against a lot of women? And some men do. Yeah, some men do. Yeah, come on. We don't need titles. We don't need titles. We can just vibe. Yeah, we can just vibe, can't we? And then we'll see what happens. I mean, men get blamed for being men. But at some point, when did it happen for a lot of women to actually just accept and enjoy being in a situation? All the perks of something real. But please, no title. No title. Again, men are bad. But men can only do what they're permitted to do.
To get excited about someone and to really put your time and energy and for it to be reciprocated and for it to be going well and then for it to be taken away from you without you understanding and without getting any type of like good reason. Because most likely it has nothing to do with you. Because honestly, I think he could see a long...
I mean, it could have something to do with you. I mean, it could be you. Not saying it is. Lovely woman with her big flask of gin. Lovely woman. But it could be you though. It could be. Not saying it is, but
long-term relationship with me because he wouldn't have done all that if he couldn't have, and it's something that he needs to deal with within himself. Either one, he's not ready for a long-term relationship, period. Not because it's with you, with anyone. And maybe you were the first girl that he actually started to see and feel a long-term relationship with, and he panicked. He freaked out. He had put his foot in the water and he panicked and got cold feet and basically blamed it on you.
Rejected.
I mean, yeah, that sounds nice. I mean, you can tell yourself that to make yourself feel better, but he just probably never saw anything long-term with you to begin with. So, I mean, you were together, but I mean, you were always a single woman, weren't you?
When in reality, he might have some unhealed trauma, isn't over his ex-girlfriend, is stressed out. Like, you never f***ing know, but most of the time, the guy is not going to take the responsibility or take the time to probably self-reflect and deep dive into why he can't see a relationship with you when you guys get along like a house on fire, and he probably won't find someone that he gets along better with in a while.
You hope. I mean, come on. I'm not saying she was, but let's say she was a placeholder. He could have had someone better lined up to begin with. Again, I'm not saying it's good. The pool, the culture is so he can do that if he wants to. It's not good. But it's interesting that a lot of women are with men right now, but it's only the woman that thinks they're in a relationship. Interesting.
That he gets along better with in a while, and maybe he'll figure it out later and, you know, and be like, oh shit, probably shouldn't have done that. But by that point, it's going to be too late. So I can sit here and boo-hoo and be upset and, you know, and try to hope that he figures out what he lost, or just understand that the person that you're meant to be with won't like let you go and will realize how special the person in front of them is and won't do shit like this.
I mean, you hope. On one hand, he might not care. On one hand, he might forget about you very quickly, sadly.
If a man does not specifically say out of his mouth, like, I want you to be my woman, or we are exclusive, I'm single. It's so easy to get caught up in a situationship where you're going out, spending time, staying the night, sleeping with each other, doing relationship things. And then as soon as an issue comes up, oh, we not together. I never said we was. Just because you're...
Look, Again, that's not good. That is very common now. That's very standard now. And again, we can act as if it's just men doing that, but no, women do that as well. There are a lot of women who have rotations, have their side dudes and their friend zone dudes as well, which some of them are actually banging. But the thing is, it's very normal now. Stringing people along is very normal now on various different levels. Now, admittedly, the benefit men get from it, a lot of men have, gotten from it. It sort of benefits and doesn't benefit men, but a lot of men benefit from it because they don't need to give a title. It's like, hey, she's a cool chick. Hey, she doesn't need a title.
I want you to be my woman.
We can still have some fun. Now, the reason that is bad is it would ruin the quality of a large amount of women. I mean, it would traumatize a large amount of women, wouldn't it? So it's a lasting effect of a woman who's been traumatized by too many situationships. You may meet her and think, hey, she's lovely. Hey, this woman, me and her may be able to build something more, but no.
Rejected.
The bar's been lowered so much that she's been with men for many years, but she was always a single woman. And now you may come along and you may be the first man to ever want to put her in something real.
I want you to be my woman.
Now, obviously, we know why that does not benefit you as a man. Why? Because you'll be the first man to ever treat her better than most of the men in her life, in her dating life. That's not good for you. Because a sad reality, a macro effect of this, a bigger effect on society is if so many women become used to situationships, then when they come across men who want to give them something more, they will have no idea what to do with it. They will be freaked out by it. They will see it as a lie, a deception. It will make them uncomfortable. Thus, they will run back to what they used to. Situations. Because for as bad as it is for a lot of women, a lot of women are used to it. That's their standard. For every single woman. I mean, in that instance, you can't blame men for what you used to, can you?
You're laid up with me and doing things for me. I can't just assume you want to be with me.
Facts.
Or you want to commit to me, or like you're in it for the long haul, because things be looking sweet. It be looking all cute, whatever. Like, if you don't pick up the phone and call me to hear my voice, and if you don't, set out like plans to spend time with each other, it's easy to see where someone's intentions are.
But it must be sad as a woman to realize his intentions aren't with you.
I think to a lot of people, just to find a situationship is like you're in a situation where you just don't really know what the other person wants. And I think that's okay for the first month, maybe 2 months. But once you hit 3 months, you should get an idea of what this person wants, especially if you want a relationship. Going back to the question, when is it time to end a situationship? I think.
Okay, but a question to men. Comment. Would you be comfortable dating a woman, being with a woman, who's had nothing but situationships? I mean, she's never had a real relationship. It's always just been...
Don't really know what the other person
Wants.
Yeah, just that. I mean, would that make you comfortable as a man? Would her past dictate what you and her's current relationship may be like? I mean, does it? Will it? Does it matter? Some say it doesn't matter. Does it matter to you? Does it? Because the point is, look, a mistake is something you can learn from and you should learn from. So if a woman gets into a situationship that she does not want to be in one, and she gets out of it, and it's like one mistake, you can understand it's one mistake. She wasn't trying to be in it. She was dragged into it. You can understand. However, when it's a continuous thing, when it's a constant thing, it's like every single one of her ex-boyfriends were this. None of them claimed her.
I want you to be my woman.
It's like, whoa, easy. But then when she gets somewhat older, or after she has kids, then she wants a title. It's like, no, that is wrong. Now you want a title. And that's part of the point. Yes, a lot of men benefit off situationships. Not all men, but a lot of men do. It's like, benefit, less to no commitment. But it would lower the bar on a macro scale, on a societal scale. Because sadly, if too many women become used to situationships, then it's almost like, what guarantee do you have as a man that you're going to meet a woman who hasn't been played by so many dudes? Yeah. I mean, and that in itself is going to cause trauma in her. It's going to make her somewhat messed up when you meet her. You see my point? So when a woman wants to end a situationship, but then find someone more serious afterwards, it's a case of, but does she deserve someone more serious at that point? I mean, wasn't she serious with herself before? Why should someone take her serious now?
you tell the person that you're in a situationship with what you want and they don't want the same thing as you, then you should end it. You should always end a relationship of any kind if you're with someone who doesn't want the same things as you.
Hey. So, originally I've been contemplating on talking about this. I kind of wanted to keep this private because it hurts, but I feel like somebody needs to hear this. So recently I had a situationship turned friendship turned sour. I know it sounds crazy. It's the first time for me too. So pretty much, long story short, started out as an almost situationship, and I got humbled very quickly, and it was from my previous story time about how the man pretty much told me he didn't want to sleep with me, and I did not take it well, and I acted like a male incel or whatever you want.
Okay. I didn't see this part. Okay. Damn. Wow. I mean, that is a heavy rejection to a woman, isn't it? For how thirsty men are. Man didn't want to address your cheeks. Man didn't want to meet your cheeks.
I got humbled very quickly.
Wow. Interesting. Why?
Call it. The man pretty much told me he didn't want to sleep with me, and I did not take it well, and I acted like a male incel or whatever you want to call it. And then after hours of like debating each other, decided to just stay friends, which was cool at first because
Wow.
you know, I was on this journey of
She friend zoned herself. Damn. She wanted it so badly she friend zoned herself now. Oh my god. You see, this is the point. This is the point, isn't it? Again, how can you blame men for this? Now, some would say, hey, he's probably playing a very good game on her. We don't know. But again, you can't blame men for this. She friend zoned herself. She put herself in that situation herself. A woman's willingness trumps everything. If she wants to do it, she will. If she wants to do it.
I got humbled very quickly.
Now, some could say, oh, that she shouldn't have did that. It's pick me vibes, but whatever. Her willingness trumped any logic. Well, okay, let's find out why.
oh, you know, like I need to grow up. Like just because I didn't get what I wanted, let me not act like a brat and let me just accept this friendship. Not as I was settling or being friend zoned, but you're right. We probably are better off as just friends. And as time
You friend zoned yourself. He didn't do it to you. You did it to yourself.
went on, we stayed friends for a few weeks, but the problem was that we were doing everything that we would have done if we were inclined to each other romantically. And on his part, he loved it. On my part, I thought I did. I was like, yeah, this is fun. Like, we're just friends who flirt with each other. Okay, let me tell you something. It doesn't hurt until it does. And when it does, it fucking sucks. And then it came down to a conversation of me telling him, you know, I'm a little confused because you said you wanted to be friends, but you're still acting like we're talking, but we're not. We're supposed to be just friends, right? And through, I brought that up to him multiple times, and every time he laughed it off. It was like, you're just overreacting. Like, we don't like each other. We're just friends and we're flirty. Like, you're hot, I'm hot. And I'm like, yeah, but it.
I shouldn't laugh. Is he playing her? Yeah, come on. For what reason, we don't know. We don't know why he's playing her. Could she be one of many women he's playing? Yeah, she could be. He's very confident and arrogant with the confidence. Yeah, you're hot and I'm hot. So yeah, let's just have fun. Yeah, let's just be in each other's aura. Yeah. Hey, look, it worked, didn't it? I'm not saying it's good. However, she was still there. This was a single woman. Yes, indulging in relationship type stuff, but no commitment. Damn, she wasn't even getting D. Damn, my God, wow, interesting. Yet she did not go anywhere. Eventually she did, but I mean, hey, she stayed there, didn't she? Did she do it for the plot? Did he create more intrigue in her by not giving her what most men would? They'd be like, yeah, of course. Yeah, here you go. Is he playing her so well by playing some reverse psychology on her that it turned her into the thirsty dog?
I got humbled very quickly.
Yeah, possibly. However, the modern dating culture is so that, hey, you can just hang out, can't you? You can just waste each other's time, can't you? Doesn't mean anything's going to happen at the end. But hey, vibes. Yeah, vibes. And sadly, that's what a lot of modern dating is. It's not real, it's just vibes.
Hurts. And after I came to that realization over the next few weeks, it hurt more and more and more. until he started, I guess, seeing someone else. But I was just supposed to be the girl best friend, right? No. And let me tell you something. We had a conversation the other day, and it was pretty much me being like, I don't know how much longer I can be friends with you. And he looked at me and said, I now understand what you're talking about. Me flirting with you and doing all those things is not fair to you, and it's selfish, and I'm doing that. And when I tell you the tears I cried, I did not know I was going to cry. The tears I cried, because it made me realize, and I spew this all the time, but I need to take my own advice. Never let a man tell you twice he doesn't want you, because I promise you the second time is going to hurt way worse. Listen to that man the first time. He didn't want you in the first place. Like, it's just, but yeah.
It is sad that a woman can build up so much hope of something happening that a man with no skills at all could play her out of her time and her drawers. The world is yours. Have a nice day.
They don't want a relationship with you.
I want you to be my woman.
Don't really know what the other person
Once.
I got humbled very quickly.